name is Molina, and I'm the host of the Life Puro podcast. And today I'm in New Orleans at the New Orleans Jazz Heritage and Festival. So come and join me and check it out.
All right, greetings. Glad to be back in the studio. My name is Molina. Once again, I'm the host of the Life Puro podcast, and this week is going to be a little different. As you can tell by the opening shot, that I was at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. I said it wrong on the intro, and basically went one day to visit the famous music festival held in New Orleans every year. And it spans 2 weekends, just to give our viewer insight. It's always the first weekend is the last weekend of April, and then it goes to the next weekend, which is usually at least the first week of May. So today I wanted to just kind of feature my day at the festival and showing you some of the awesome food that's usually out there, and just me walking around and then hanging out with our first guest from our first episode. Grayhawk Perkins. So follow along. I'm going to cut and light one of our Serious Spanias. In particular, it's the Madrid. If you are interested, visit our website at shop.habanaport.com and use the free shipping discount code found in the description. Basically, just to give you a little recap, it is a 6x50 San Andres Maduro wrapper, and it is made for us exclusively by Tabacalera La Isla, which is a boutique factory out of the Dominican Republic, and they're making a name for themselves. So I highly recommend it. It's $8.99 a stick. If you get a bundle, it'll be a 5% off deal, and use that discount code. So feel free to check us out on our website if you're interested. So I'm going to cut and light first, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of provide commentary, give you some explanation or filler notes from what you're seeing on screen at the show. So follow along with me and yeah, check it out. Hope you like this episode. So what's cool about the festival is that they have these maps all around the fairgrounds, and you can kind of see where the stages are. There's a lot of acts. So for those guys who are music fans, you can check out a lot of great music. I unfortunately went to the food route today, so I didn't really go to see any of the music fans.
What's there? You got yakame, which is a New Orleans style beef noodle soup. Kind of almost like a Chinese American and New Orleans mix. Oh man, this is one of my favorites, a fried pork chop sandwich. Some bread pudding, WWOZ mango freeze, that's a nice dessert. Kind of like a mango freeze slushy. But yeah, I usually get the pork chop sandwich. Can't go wrong with a po' boy. That's our own sandwich, kind of like your take on a hero or sub, but New Orleans style. Oh, shrimp beignets are good. I got the crawfish shack last year. They even have a Cochet de l'An po' boy. Yeah, great stuff. So food stands as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, one of the challenges of going to this festival is picking the food. There's just so much of it. You can't have it all.
Now, I'm going to try a staple here called the crawfish bread. I believe that they were out last year, or they didn't come at all. And there were so many people that were kind of bummed out about that. So it's back this year. So let's go check this out now. All right, let's try this crawfish bread. There we go. So, man, nice looking bread. See if I can't open it here one-handed. Boy, the cheese kind of melted, so I'm just gonna take a bite. So it's like a crawfish.
And I got to apologize once again, since it was just me, one-man operation with a camera. It was a little challenging to get some of these shots.
Oh yeah, really good. Nice soft bread. Good texture. Definitely recommend random food item.
Yeah, it's a really unique dish.
I'm going to try this one out. The turducken po' boy. So for those who don't know, turducken, invented in Louisiana, it's a mix of turkey, duck, and chicken. Or actually, I think it's chicken stuffed with duck, stuffed with turkey. So it's in a po' boy form, so I got to try this out.
And like I said, the turducken was invented in Louisiana. I think somewhere in, around the Lafayette area.
All right, let's dig in.
Yeah, the sauce made it pretty integral. It was a nice little addition there.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. They have this horseradish sauce they said I should try. I need rather go.
Okay, I need a goat and ball. You can choose to do a tip or skip. Alright. And then just kind of hover your phone right up there.
Alright, thank you. Alright.
Don't forget your fork.
Alright, thank you. So for those who don't know, boudin balls, basically it's boudin that's been pressed in these balls and deep fried. So definitely a staple in this state. So yeah, as you can see, I bit into it, and it's got a nice texture.
Yeah, those boudin balls are definitely not a healthy choice, but definitely worth it. So this dish is basically like a shrimp remoulade salad with capers, lemon, and it was just a good sauce. So went a little healthier, but yeah, it's still tasty. And then Miss Patton's Catering has this famous crawfish sack, oyster patty, and shrimp beignets. That's the one I meant to. You should get a combo of, so you can try a little bit of everything. But I couldn't eat everything. It was just too much. Basically, I just was eating a little bit of everything just to get as many food items in this video as possible. You get a chance to meet people from all over the country at this festival, so that's pretty cool too. So at this particular booth, it's best to get, if you know, especially to share with friends, the combo, so you get a little bit of everything.
Crawfish sack.
Okay, thank you very much.
Take care. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the more savory items at the festival. This combo.
So yeah, just give you an update on the shrimp beignet. Looks kind of like a beignet, but it's packed with more savory spices and shrimp. Got this like remoulade looking sauce. Really good texture. Kind of fluffy, but savory at the same time. So the oyster patty, it's kind of like a puff pastry, and it's filled with like this, I guess it's like a sauce, but it's like flour based, almost like a dressing, reduced down, but yeah, very tasty, really savory too. What's the buffalo oyster like?
Buffalo oyster is a fried
Okay. So it's in buffalo sauce?
Sorry?
It's in buffalo sauce, I'm assuming? Yeah. Okay. I'll try one.
So the buffalo oysters was pretty intriguing. That caught my attention. I like buffalo wings, so with fried oysters, it's definitely worth investigating. And so this dish is basically fried oysters topped with buffalo sauce, and there's blue cheese that was sprinkled on top of it. That if you're a blue cheese fan, this is something I would recommend. And they were served on sliced pieces of po' boy bread, this French bread. I didn't have the bread because it's just way too filling, but. And then the mango freeze, it's more of like a gelato, so almost like a mango puree frozen dessert that is definitely worth having after all these savory dishes as a nice little dessert. Every year, Jazz Fest will feature a particular country or region. This year was Colombia. And so I'm just walking around the booth, checking out the exposition that the Colombian contingent was displaying. Little known fact, Colombia, especially Medellin, it grows a lot of the flowers found in this country, like at florist shops. So I think the city is known as the Eternal Spring, or the City of Eternal Spring, something like that. I have a friend who's visited there. And just walking around the booth, checking out some of the artists and other cultural pieces. Like this guy was basically performing or creating some art at the festival. A lot of these vendors will sell their items too, so you can buy some of the products there. So besides the music, you can see some of the cultural and artistic pieces that are found throughout the festival. Yeah, a lot of cool artwork. You can buy some of these posters. This lady was showing some like the fashion and hats that she made. This craftsman is known for making some masks. Yeah, really cool tiger piece too. And as I'm going to explain with the food in this section, they have their own food too.
So as I'm finishing my mango freeze, which comes in handy on these hot days, I'm walking around the Colombian exchange. So every year, Jazz Fest will feature a particular country. I think last year was Puerto Rico, but this year it's Colombia. And I like visiting their food section because they'll typically have some of their typical dishes here. So I was hoping that they would have empanadas. And as you can tell by that long line, it must be a good hit. So it looks like they have empanada de pollo y papa, which is chicken and potato. Papa y queso, which is potato and cheese. They have a ceviche de camarones, which is a ceviche of shrimp. And they have a ceviche of vegetables. So hopefully we can try to get some in later today. Ooh, fried soft shell crab po' boy. $20. So let's see how good this is.
Taking a little break, food break, so I checked out some of the music. This was a particular Latin group. I don't even know who it was, but it was very entertaining. You can lay out in the festival grounds. You can even bring your chairs if you want. And just good kind of time, especially if you're a music lover. At this point, I'm walking around and decide to head over to see my friend Grayhawk, who is at there's a booth of a craftsman who constructs Day of the Dead material. And so she had an altar dedicated to the artist Selena, the Tejana Mexican singer who tragically was killed, I think in the 90s. And walk around to see the other booths. In fact, they had a 1984 World's Fair display. And for those who don't know, the World's Fair used to be a big exposition. It would travel the world. And I think that year, it was one of the last years of the World's Fair. It was in New Orleans. It was a financial disaster for a lot of the vendors, but it was actually one of my earliest memories. And so they had some artists, like a paper mache vendor who constructed some items for the World's Fair. Little known fact, I think the hurricane, not the hurricane, but it was another drink. The hand grenade was created during the World's Fairs, apparently. And there was even a booth of a lady who was collecting people's stories and memories from the World's Fair. I guess they're going to record it for posterity's sake.
I guess we've been here a little over 27 years now. And today we're going to have some dancing that's going to go on. And again, please leave the ring open around that big pole, because if you get in within that pole...
But yeah, the great thing about this festival is that you can see just a lot of the, not even just like international cultural items or booths. It'll showcase of what Louisiana and New Orleans have to offer. And so I'd go over to the Native American village, which is actually overseen by Grayhawk. He's been there for, I think over like close to 40 years, maybe. And so he will invite members of different nations and Native American groups to kind of display their, dance ceremonies, music. And I know some of the people there were from the North Plains, some were from Texas. So it's a pretty cool way to see and witness the Native American music and traditions.
He took over the group several years ago when his brother Barry passed away, who originally started the group. So we're going to get started introducing the drum here. He is Coshada from Alabama Coshada tribe of Texas. We have Gabe, Big Nick, Josh, and Ray. All of our singers. Without this drum, we couldn't dance, we couldn't put on a show for you guys. And okay, calm down. We ain't ready yet. Okay. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about each dancer and each dance as we go along. So this is what's known as our grand entry, our parade of dancers.
box shoes.
Okay. Cool. And what is it?
It's corn with shrimp, it's tomato sauce. It's like a corn soup.
Okay. And that's a native dish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. And that's a fried bread?
Made of fries and bread. Good stuff. Natural, a home recipe from Grayhawk.
There you go. Nice. Here we're finishing off with the fried pork chop sandwich from Miss Linda's Catering. One of my favorites. It's a little mayonnaise, a little bit of hot sauce. Then I got some blackberry tea. So that'll be the finish of the food here today. So this will conclude the day from Jazz Fest that I spent in 2024. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we should have going back to some regular guests in the next few episodes. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later.